Comedy. It takes many forms, from sketch comedy to improv to stand-up. The comedy industry is booming harder than ever, especially in Canada.
As it tries to avoid bankruptcy.
We're devastated as comedians.
So why is comedy struggling in the Hollywood North? Today, we investigate. Outside of the obvious reasons like high commercial real estate prices, permits taking city planning years to develop, extremely high cost of living, promoting a humorless bourgeoisie populace, comedy is struggling in Vancouver due to the lack of open mics. Open mics are the semen of stand-up, and depressed narcissists are the eggs. Without open mics, the eggs would never get plastered in the shameful self-hate it requires to fertilize a comic. To find out how invaluable open mics are to comics, we interviewed a local Vancouver comedian and a legendary open mic grinder. Thank you for joining us, James.
Thanks, I'm happy to be here.
What does an open mic mean to you?
Everything. You know, some days I just wait until the open mic comes, and that's the best part of my day. I love open mic comedy.
How important is an open mic to become a comedian like yourself?
You know, sometimes I wonder, can I get better? And then I go to an open mic, I'm like, yes, I can get a lot better. So it's a real humbling process that I think is important for everyone.
Are there enough open mics in Vancouver?
I'm sorry, I just can't comprehend that you're asking that stupid question. No, of course there's not. Of course there's not enough open mics in Vancouver. Are you ridiculous? Are you dumb in the head? Are you stupid? Oh, is there enough bees in the world pollinating? No, I don't think there is. And I think it's destroying the world. Oh, is there enough punches in your face coming your way? No.
Well, how many is not enough? We're currently outside Funky Winker Beans on East Hastings. Funky's Comedy is a go up open mic that runs twice a week and the only open mic in the city of Vancouver. If you want to do comedy, well, you're gonna have to get used to dealing with this. While there are other amateur shows that run Thursday to Sunday in the city, most of them are lotto or pre-sign up, which means you're never guaranteed to perform. And if your only way for a guaranteed spot is in the middle of the fentanyl epidemic, shit, comedy's hard enough, let alone that sweet temptation of crack, heroin, meth, fentanyl, bath salts. In a city as expensive as Vancouver, it's understandable not to want to run an open mic. They don't sell tickets. They make less money than pro shows that barely are profitable. So how do we solve this problem in Vancouver? Well, you do it yourself. Who better to run an open mic than me? And it's great for me as well. I mean, I get stage time, I can practice crowd work. One big problem: I don't know how to run an open mic. So I went to the two people who I knew could do it well.
Hey, I'm Aaron Campbell.
How did you two meet and decide to run an open mic?
Lebron, now Lebron, before Ron, was gonna start a mic, and I was like, I'd help, and he's like, nah, Three's Company. He already had someone in mind, and then Rachel had gone to him and be like, I'll help, and he's like, mm-mm. So then he directed us together, and then Rachel hit me up, being like, you wanna do a mic? And I was like, maybe. Almost bailed, and then she got an interview with the Canby, and I was like, okay, I'll take an interview, and then the Canby was down, and I was surprised the Canby was down. I was like, this would be actually a pretty fun swap for it.
Is running an open mic profitable?
They didn't pay us at all. No one paid us. We had that bucket. It was essentially busking with 60 people. The only time we ever got paid was the time that guy with the pizza delivery man made it rain fives.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
He made it rain fives if he liked you. And I didn't let any of the comics keep any of it. So it's going straight into the mic.
What's something unexpected you learned from running an open mic?
After, it's hard to appreciate it when you're in it, because it feels like work, and it feels like thankless work. Even though everyone tells you you're doing God's work, it's like, who's this for? Because it seems like everyone's bombing, the audience is not having fun, and you're like, why is this God's work? Why is God spreading sadness everywhere? But then you look around and like, especially looking back now, you see the camaraderie people build, and we see like me and Rachel gave people first times, and everyone met each other there when they wouldn't have met each other before. They were like hanging outside, smoking longer than they were inside, and it was just like that was something unexpected that would happen. That you build like a community and a scene.
What's your worst memory at the Canby?
Managers is always tough. That's the hardest part. Dealing with people who don't actually know comedy and trying to convince them to follow your ideas. When they want their business to do well and you want their business to do well, because it's all mutualistic, but convincing them that you know what's best for the show and how to make it better. And also just like asking for money for the show, asking for resources, and not getting it all.
What was your best memory then?
Seeing your friends bomb and have a good time bombing, go from scared to in control bombing, see people get better. Watching the pros come in, because we had to do pros, and they'd be scared. That was fun. Like we'd pay people to do 15 minutes, which is not really an open mic, but watching them be like, oh God, this looks so hard. And then them being super grateful after, being like, that was good for me.
I needed a bomb.
I needed a good 15-minute, really hard, had to work for it bomb. And I like that because then it was an equalizer. All the open micers would do it every week. Just like, no choice, this is the only place to get up. One of the only places to get up. I need to go get that bomb in, I need to like try this. And if you got him, what do you think when you got him?
When you got him, it was fun. It's like a big show.
It's a big show. Yeah, there's a lot of people, big room, and it's just like everything's against you.
Yeah. It's you gotta win them over, but if you don't, you're just, well.
I love seeing people win them over.
Yeah.
When they weren't expecting it, and especially for the first time, that was so cool.
I remember when I first started, I was doing the Simon Says bit.
I want to do the Hitler salute.
Next week you brought me on, like, this guy loves power dynamics. Like, very true. That was fun. Here we are outside Sailor Haggers, where the first Pirate Pack comedy will take place on April 22nd. With a new fertilization ground in place for new comedians, I guess I've officially saved comedy in Vancouver. I just have one more question. Is comedy even worth it?